Yeah, so you got onto Drag Race. Talk about your experience on the show and what how that changed your life.
I had a great experience on the show. I loved the girls. It was a tough Drag Race is and for certainly was for me a very tough and brutal experience. It was, the working hours, because it's a cute TV show, but like it's labor. Like we're working. Yeah, it's like work. And it's not like 2 hours a day. It's like 12 hours, maybe even 15. I don't know, like, because they take your watches and clocks. So I don't know how many hours it was, but it was long. And so that was tough. The early mornings, the long days, the all that, the stress and the not knowing and just like the uncertainty and the self sort of judgment of it all, and also being judged by others, like literally being judged, was tough. But I did grow some like great bonds with the other contestants on the show. Had some really special moments. I learned a lot about the art of drag, about how styles and other people's styles of doing things. Um, and I felt great. It was wonderful to be able to sort of come out to those people. I'd already been out of the closet, but I was able to, you know, exp assert that, you know, in public, or like in a virtual world where there's millions of people watching. And that felt great. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. And obviously, like the things that have happened since, the larger platform that I have, the ability to connect with so many people, travel, that is wonderful. That all comes from from the show as well. I go back and forth on if I'd ever want to do it again. I mean, if I had it to do all over again, would I do it? Absolutely. Do I want to go back and like make that my new job? Absolutely not.
Ju- tell us a little bit about the experience. So you were the first person to come out as trans uh, on the show.
I was already out as trans when I was cast,
Uh-huh.
and so it wasn't my transness on the show wasn't as related to my coming out as much as it was my casting.
Mhm.
There's so many trans
But no one was
women
open
that are,
about it before you.
yeah, beforehand. Many of the girls came out on the show.
Mhm.
And while I did come out, I spoke about it to the girls in the room. I was already out as trans, prior to coming on the show. I'd actually did a little moment on The Daily Show with Trevor Noah, and that was like the first time I'd ever been on TV talking about being trans.
What was that like to suddenly be kind of a national spokeswoman for this emerging thing that was like, it was like really a new issue for most
Yeah.
Americans. What did that feel like to you?
It was tough because there was not only the thought of like, okay, well, how will this impact, if at all, my experience in the competition, like of the drag competition? And then, like, will I be looked at differently by the judges? Will I be treated differently by the other contestants? So there was that, which was taking up a lot of my mind. And then there's also what would the reaction like from the viewers, from the public be? What would the reaction from the community be? From trans people, like will they react differently? And there were different reactions from each of those different groups, and I wanted to please everyone, each of those groups, and make sure they were all felt represented and happy. But it was difficult to do at times for sure, because then I also like in none of those groups or examples is me, my voice, what I need. And so that was something I had to juggle, and it was difficult at times.
Did you get any guide? I mean, it could be on this issue or even just your performance from RuPaul or any of the other judges that you can share.
Did I get guidance
Yeah,
about?
just support, guidance, advice from RuPaul or from any of the judges.
No, I did not get any support from RuPaul. But I did get, I will say somebody who has who's made themselves available
Uh-huh.
to stay in touch and after the show, like during the show, yeah, I got feedback during the show from the judges. They would say your dress was this, your score was that. So I got that. But in terms of like a personal connection,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
that was I did. after the show, which makes sense, was I was able to connect with several of the judges, most certainly Michelle Visage, who I don't want to put this on her, but I think can some of the girls view as a mother figure, you know, or a motherly figure, uh, you know, to the girls of the who have done the show. And Michelle makes herself, she's very generous in being available when she can be for conversations, for connection, all the time. And I really love that about her. I always was attracted to RuPaul, to the RuPaul show before the Drag Race, but like she had a show before that on VH1, her talk show. And so I loved like the show. I tuned in all the time. But over the years, I realized the heart of the show, or the one that I was able to connect with the most, or on a more personal level, even as a viewer, was Michelle. And so I had that suspicion when I came that it might be like that, that I'd be like, oh, RuPaul's fierce. Her dress looks great. Yes, work, girl. But I'd be able to really connect personally with Michelle. That's what I thought might happen. And that's what ended up happening. That's a real thing, that Michelle is in contact with and sort of um, interacts with, even online, with the other girls of the show, the past contestants. Obviously, the current contestants, I think there's a bit of a separation for obvious reasons, like while they're judging. But then afterwards, I think it feels okay to have that connection. And that was great. But I've also stayed in touch with and worked with all, Ross Matthews and Carson Kressley and Todrick Hall, who was a judge on my season and a judge on the show for a few seasons, including mine. Um, and so I've been in contact with all those people, and I consider them friends.
Thanks for watching the You Interview channel. With over 3,000 original celebrity videos, we have one of the largest collections of celebrity interviews anywhere. So remember to like and comment on our videos and subscribe to the channel. If you want to get more involved, you can become a member of the channel. Membership has its perks. You can see exclusive celebrity videos and get the opportunity to ask our celebrity guests questions. We can't wait to hear from you.